So we have the ACC Women's College Basketball schedule for the 2025-26 season, tipping off on November 3rd. And these are all the games that are airing on the ACC network, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ABC, like the SC network. Well, the SC network, yeah, then has me SCAC. But, and then ESPN News, any basically channel that they have. It's not like the streaming only games like AC or Extra, or if there's an SC team at SC Network Plus, AC team at SC Network Plus, or ESPN Plus, or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just the televised ones. So, here we are. So we have the non-conference shows. And there's a we play event in Paris, France. And there's about the Borough, Tennessee, NC State, UConn, Louisville, and the Armed Forces Classic. And it's where they play at the Ramstein Air Base, in the U.S. Air Base. And they have like on the ship, they have like a little court on the boat. You know, they've had for games right on Air Force Base, which is pretty cool. And then I tip off in Charlotte. And there's the WBC challenge. We have the ACSC challenge. And we have Duke at Baylor, number 8 Duke versus University Baylor on ESPN on the 3rd at noon Eastern. In Paris, France at 2:30 Eastern. It's on ESPN. California versus number 11. And then down the Borough, which is Greensboro and Greensboro. Number 7 Tennessee, number 9 NC State and ESPN2. Armed Forces Classic presented by Number 2 covers University on ESPN. LA tip-off on the 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern, ESPN. USC versus NC State in the WCBA in Las Vegas. We're having one game it does have some top games in ESPN Plus. It's number 10 North Carolina versus number 3 UC ESPN2. And then Fairfield versus number 10 North Carolina. It's airing on ESPN Plus. Since it's considered like a neutral site, they're either that or they're allowing them to have on ESPN Plus. That is due to college football on ESPN networks, ESPN and ABC and all the televised networks. They're on college football. Unless there might be college basketball, and there could be, because of the fact that if they have if they have like alternate casts of certain games and like AC or SC, they could put that on there. But I mean, they're not sure of the schedule yet. It could be on like AC network. I could see that, but ESPN Plus isn't bad though. Instead of AC, I would have thought it would have been AC or Extra, so it's a win right there. And then we have 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN TCU number 9 NC State. 3 p.m. is Louisville at Clemson in an early conference contest. So they're playing conference like really early in the year. This year. So. And then we have Jacksonville at Georgia Tech on AC Network at 3 Eastern. 5 Eastern is Indiana, Florida State. And then on 19th on AC Network. We have Coast Guard, number 9 NC State, Morehead State, University of Louisville. And then the WCBA showcase ACC Davidson at Miami. It's in versus Miami. And then Longwood at Virginia, NC Central Wake Forest, 16 Eastern on the AC Network. And on the 21st, Friday 21st at 6 p.m. is number 19 UC and number 18 Notre Dame on ESPN. And then WCBA showcase at 8 p.m. on the 22nd is Miami versus number 2, and that's on ESPN Plus. Due to college football on ESPN. Could be on maybe the AC network. But it depends on the football schedule. For like the conference, what ESPN decided to show, because they only do flexing in like a couple weeks before the season, before the games, they flex them on the networks and the times. So if anything, it'll be on like AC network, but that's fine. I'll take ESPN Plus better than having it on like ACC network Extra, which sometimes they like to do, stick games in ACC Network extra featuring, you know. So I'm not complaining. And then number 6 p.m. on the 23rd, UNC Tournament number 10 North Carolina draw Eastern Time. At 9 p.m. Central Michigan Rate Notre Dame and ACC Network. ULM Monroe at Clemson, 7 on the 25th. And then on the 3rd in December is ACSC Challenge, Kentucky and Miami and ESPN 2. Alabama at Syracuse and ACC Network Extra, Georgia at Florida State and ESPN 2. And then 7:15, number 9 NC State, number 6 Oklahoma and ESPN 2. And Tennessee at Stanford on ESPN 2, number 7 Tennessee. And the 4th of December is ACSC Challenge again, Florida Virginia Tech, ESPN 2. Number 1 South Carolina, number 7 on ESPN. Number 10 North Carolina, number 46 is on ESPN 2. Clemson Alabama on ESPN 2. Arkansas SMU on ACC Network. Number 5 LSU, number 8 Duke on ESPN. Number 18 Notre Dame. And number 13 was ESPN 2. And then on December 7th, Boston University, number 10 North Carolina, ACC Network. Number 8 Duke at Virginia Tech on the 10th of December. Ball State, number 17 Louisville on ACC Network. And then 14th, number 17 number 10 North Carolina, ACC Network. And the 17th of December, Eastern Kentucky, number 17 Louisville. And UNC number 10 North Carolina, ACC Network. And then on the 18th, South Dakota, number State and Rate Duke and ACC Network. And 21st, it is on ACC Network. It's Kansas State, Miami. And then 2 p.m. Just Saturday, number 10 North Carolina, ACC Network. And then ESPN at night is having sports. Well, ESPN, they always have sports, but they, usually, like, Sunday nights, it's kind of like a dead time sometimes, for them. Like, they have, like, nothing on, sometimes they have, like, really nothing on, like Sunday nights with college football, with NFL. After their MLB season ends, they have, Sunday night baseball, and they might have volleyball, or since they're getting rid of Sunday nights, they may have more Sunday night college volleyball, top games, men's college basketball, women's college basketball, Sunday nights, they may have more, like WNBA, NWSL Sunday nights and ESPN. So that'd be nice. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe like college softball, college baseball, stuff like that, and maybe Sunday night. Maybe have a Sunday night college baseball match after basketball season ends. Maybe. Or maybe some like those NCAA tournament games for like men, for women's college basketball. Maybe more. They are more then, but not during the season though. During like the conference season, which would be cool, or like non-conference events. That'd be cool. Number 19 USC at Georgia, California. Versus California and the Bay Area ones goes 83 and 6. That's an ESPN and ESPN 2. Oregon at Stanford. And then on 28th, noon is well for Georgia Tech. Sets at Miami 2. 4 is number 8 Duke at Syracuse on the ACC Network on 28th. And then 28th is Pittsburgh number 18 Notre Dame. And number 6 and 8, number 10 North Carolina Boston College at ACC Network. And on the 1st, we have California number 10 North Carolina ACC Network. And 2 is Stanford number NC State. 4 p.m. is number 18 Notre Dame at Georgia on the ACC Network. Which is cool. It's New Year's Day. Having games on New Year's Day. Usually I remember on like New Year's Day, it's like a lot of college football. It gets college football, like playoffs, the quarterfinals. So this year, I believe it's TNT is simulcasting 2 quarterfinals as well. It's taking over 2 quarterfinals from ESPN. So that is why they struck a deal with ESPN to buy the rights to 2. Obviously, they would sub-license not every game, but you pay a little bit more than ESPN paid for all the rights of the college football playoff combined. And make a little bit of money on it. And TNT took it. They do. Noon at 1 p.m. In our EC network, there's Stanford, number 10, North Carolina, number 18, Notre Dame, and number Duke, whichever game is more prominent matchup. I'll put on ESPN, and then I'll put on EC network. Probably noon Eastern on ESPN, 1 Eastern on EC network. Probably, but actually no. Okay, right here you see noon would be EC network, 1 p.m. Eastern would be ESPN. Okay. And then 2 is Virginia, Florida State. 4 is Virginia Tech, and University of Pittsburgh, Boston College, and EC network at 6 Eastern. Then on Thursday, on the 8th, we have number 8 Duke at California, number 9 NC State Clemson 8. Then on 11th, at noon, we have ACC network and ESPN games. Sundays and Thursdays in conference play. We have January 11th, Boston College, Virginia Tech, noon ACC, and 1 p.m. is Florida, North Carolina, number 18 Notre Dame. 2 is ESPN, 2 is Florida State, Miami. 4 is Clemson, Georgia Tech, and ACN. 5 is Duke at Stanford, and ESPN. And SMU at NC State, and ACN 6. And ACN at 6 and 8 is Louisville at Notre Dame, Virginia at Duke. And then at noon, Wake Forest at Clemson, Stanford at Syracuse at 2, Georgia Tech at Duke, number Duke at 6, and ACN. And then the 4 Eastern slot is there's sometimes during gymnastics season, AC Network is having a featured gymnastics meet at 4 p.m. Eastern. They've been doing that for a little bit. And then number 17, we got number 9 at NC State at ESPN 2 1. On the 22nd, me at Notre Dame, in North Carolina, Georgia Tech, 6 and 8 in AC Network. And then number 9 NC State, Virginia Tech at noon. Duke at Pittsburgh at 2. Georgia Tech at Florida State at 4. And 6, Stanford at California on the AC Network. And then on the 28th, at 6, NC State Boston College. And 8, Duke at Louisville, and AC Network. And at 8 on ESPN, Louisville at Stanford. On the 1st is Wake Forest and number 8 Duke on AC Network. Boston College, Georgia Tech, AC Network. 2 and 6 is Florida State Clemson the 1st. And then Monday the 2nd. During after football season is over, they always have a featured men's or women's basketball game. At least a women's featured one. I always have the women's one, at least on ESPN 2. They'll have a minimum on ESPN 2. A featured women's basketball game from all the conferences they show, whether it's SEC, ACC, when they had the Big Ten, the Pac-12 rights, they had them. They air Big 12, any conference it rights to pretty much. They'll air big games on ESPN 2 on Monday nights. And one of them was North Carolina NC State 6 on ESPN 2. It could be the play for K game. Play for KL game, which is cool. Which that's always a fun game every year, Not just for the game, but also for the significance of serving KL and the KL Cancer Fund and all the cancer survivors. It's awesome too. That's 7 on ESPN, and the 5th is Duke and University on ESPN, and then 6 and 8 is Clemson, North Carolina, Florida State, and NC State, AC Network. And then on the 8th, noon 2, NC State, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, Wake Forest. And then at 6 and 8 on AC Network is SMU at Georgia, North Carolina, and Georgia Tech at Clemson. And on the 15th will be Pittsburgh, SMU, and AC Network. 6 is Florida State and University of Louisville on AC Network. And then number 10, North Carolina, and Duke on ABC. Then number 9 NC State and number 18 Notre Dame on ESPN to be determined. That's a flex time. And then NC State Duke on 7 on ESPN, 6 and 8 on AC Network will be North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Stanford, Miami. And then noon 2 and 6 on AC Network we have Pittsburgh at North Carolina, Stanford, Florida State, and Notre Dame at SMU. And then Duke at Clemson on either on ESPN or ESPN 2 Eastern, depending on which game is more important. In terms of conference play or a record, wise. For teams, whether they're men's or women's, and then or conferences. The 26th, we've got Georgia Tech at 6 in the AC North. ES, Florida State, and Murray Duke in the AC North. And on the 1st, will be noon on ESPN, Murray Duke at number 10 North Carolina. Noon is Georgia Tech, Virginia. NC State, Pittsburgh at 2. And 4, Florida State, Wake Forest, all AC North. And that 4 on ESPN 2, Notre Dame at Louisville.